السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد، خير معلم الناس الخير، عليه أفضل الصلاة والسلام. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Today, inshallah, we're going to third unit or the third lesson of this unit, الوحدة الأولى, named التحية والتعارف, الدرس الثالث. Today we're going into الحوار الثالث, the third conversation, and this is the male version of it, and it says as a start, انظر واستمع وأعد. Let's get into it. السلام عليكم. وعليكم السلام. هذا أخي، هو مدرس. أهلا وسهلا. هذا صديقي، هو مهندس. أهلا وسهلا. مع السلامة. مع السلامة. السلام عليكم. وعليكم السلام. هذا أخي، هو مدرس. أهلا وسهلا. هذا صديقي، هو مهندس. أهلا وسهلا. مع السلامة. مع السلامة. وعليكم. وعليكم السلام. هذا أخي، هو مدرس. أهلا وسهلا. هذا صديقي، هو مهندس. أهلا وسهلا. مع السلامة. مع السلامة. So, as you can see in this conversation, Ahmed is starting with a greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum. Badr responds by saying, Wa alaikum assalam. Then Ahmed adds, هذا أخي، هو مدرس. Here we're getting to know two new things. One of them is administrative pronouns, like saying this is in the masculine form in this example and the feminine form later on. And a new pronoun that we haven't met before we met أنا, أنت, أنتِ, but we didn't meet he and she, and here they are. هو. So he is introducing his brother, which works as, in the picture, he is a teacher, as you can see, and he's saying, هذا أخي. This is my brother. This is my brother. And he is, هو means he is مدرس. مدرس. As we said, he's a teacher. So هذا أخي, this is my brother. هو مدرس, he is a teacher. He said, nice to meet you, as we learned before, which is أهلا وسهلا. Another one, he started to introduce another person, saying, هذا صديقي, هو مهندس. This time he's introducing his friend, صديق. هذا صديقي, and هو مهندس. This is صديقي, this is my friend. He is مهندس, engineer. He is an engineer. Notice two things. We didn't say هذا is أخي or هذا is صديقي. We just said this, my friend, this, my brother, so on. We didn't say هو is مدرس. We just said هو مدرس. We just said هو مهندس. He's a teacher, he's an engineer. Again, the brother, الأخ, responds by saying أهلا وسهلا, nice to meet you. And finally, he started to say مع السلامة, which what we use to end this conversation, which is goodbye, مع السلامة. So to cut it into pieces in this conversation, we have a few words to be familiar with. The word أخ, brother, أخ, brother, and صديق, friend. أخ, brother, صديق, friend. If I want to make any of them as mine, I would say أخي, صديقي, and so on. Also, another words are مدرس, teacher, مهندس, engineer. These are other words. And the other word I want you to know is the word السلامة. It looks like the feminine version of السلام. We've learned before السلام means the peace is upon you. السلامة is more of peace related, but it would be safety. So here we're saying literally with safety. I'm saying bye to you and wishing you safety. You go with safety. So I want you to know that مع means with safety, translated into in English into goodbye or with safety and so on. مع السلامة, we reply to it by saying مع السلامة. Okay? So it's a conversation between Nada wa Huda. And Nada starts by saying Assalamu alaikum. Huda responds Wa alaikum assalam. This time instead of هذا, هذه. هذه أختي هي طبيبة. هذه أختي هي طبيبة. هذه أختي هي طبيبة. أهلا وسهلا. هذه صديقتي هي طالبة. هذه صديقتي هي طالبة. هذه صديقتي هي طالبة. أهلا وسهلا. Nice to meet you again, and ending in the same way. مع السلامة. مع السلامة. What are the new ones? We have seen the feminine version of هذا. هذا became هذه. Examples were هذه أختي. هذه صديقتي. Feminine version of هو. He is. It became هي طبيبة. هي طالبة. So we have learned the word أخ, brother. So what is the feminine version of أخ? Yes, it's أخت. What is the feminine version of صديق? Yes, صديقة. That's how I say it alone. But if I want to add E to make it my friend, it would be صديقتي. صديقتي. And then the same thing. طبيبة is the feminine version of طبيب. طالبة is the feminine version of طالب. Earlier before we have met مهندس and مدرس. We can make them in the feminine version as well, making it مدرسة and مهندسة. I think nothing hard in this new conversation. We just want to recap everything we have met in here. مدرس or مدرسة. طالبة or طالب. طبيبة or طبيب. مهندس or مهندسة. All of these, when we want to move from masculine to feminine version, we just add one letter, which is تاء مربوطة. But أخ, brother, when we want to make it sister, it would be أخت. Sister is أخت. We added a ta, but this time it's تاء مربوطة. We move from a into u, making it أخت. That's similar to something that we will learn later, moving from father to mother, which is moving from ab to the idea like أخ and أخت. And then we have also صديق, صديقة. Something else we have met in here was the administrative pronouns like this is either masculine or feminine, like هذا and هذه. Another thing is the pronouns that we have met for first time, which is هو and هي. Few things I want to emphasize on that the word هذا is written like هذا, and هذه is written like هذه, but we say it like هذه. So there is a hidden alif in here and a hidden alif in here. We say them, but we don't write them. هذا, but written هذا. هذه, but written هذه. Okay, that's one thing. Another thing I want you to be familiar with is when we attach the possessive pronoun, either e for my, ek or ik for your, into a word that's ending with ta marbuta, we have two options. Either saying صديقة separately or attach it to a word. So what do you think we would do? Would we take out the ta, which we already taken out when we started the word by saying صديقة, like that? Or we keep the ta saying صديقتي? Yes, it is the second option. We keep the ta. The same like if I want to say for the word طالبة. If I want to say, this is my student, would they say هذه طالباتي? Or I would say هذه طالباتي. Yes, again, it's the second option. For my teacher, if she is a female teacher, how would we do that? Pause the video, think about it. Yes. هذه مدرستي. From مدرسة into مدرستي by adding e at the end of the word and keeping the ta marbuta pronounced. Otherwise, we are deleting it, or let's say we're making it masculine again, which is not the case we're looking for. And here we are. These are every word that we have met in here, looking for هذا and هذه, plural of both, which is these in plural, is the word هؤلاء. Examples are هذا أخي and هذه أختي. We've met that in the conversation. Also the words أخ and أخت. أخ, plural of it is إخوة. أخت, plural is أخوات. And in examples, here we have أحب أخي. I love my brother. أحب, that's the verb. We have met it for first time, and it means I love أخي, or أحب أختي. I love my sister. هو, which means he, and هي, which means she, are plural forms of them are هم and هن. هو رجل, he's a man. هي امرأة, she is a woman. صديق, we have also met the feminine version of it, صديقة, and plural of it is the word أصدقاء. And to put that in example, I use the word hum we have seen here, and I added my at the end of the word, making it hum أصدقائي مدرس. Plural is مدرسون, and an example of that is أنا مدرس, which means, yes, I am a teacher. مهندس, engineer. مهندسون, engineers. هو مهندس, as an example. طبيبة, طبيبات in plural form, and in a sentence, هي تعمل طبيبة. And then طالبة, student. طالبات, هذه طالبة في المدرسة. For the meaning, هي تعمل طبيبة. As you can see, تعمل is a verb, and it's made here into she works as a doctor. طالبة, student. In an example, هذه طالبة في المدرسة. This is a student. في means in. المدرسة is the school. She's a student in the school. And then we have learned the word ma, which means with. If I want to say with me, I would say ma'i kitab. Kitab is a book. So ma'i kitab, with me a book, or it means I have a book. As-salama, the safety. Arju laka as-salama. Arju means I wish. La, we have met it before in the example of very common example, which is Alhamdu li Allah. We say it Alhamdulillah. And Arju laka, I wish for you as-salama. Arju laka as-salama. And the final word we have met is al-thalith, which means the third. We have met it in saying al-hiwar, al-thalith, the third conversation. These were the expressions we have seen in here, like هذا أخي هو مهندس. هذه أختي هي مهندس. There is a mistake in here. It's for you to correct. هذا صديقي. هذه صديقتي. And in the end, مع السلامة. Goodbye. All I need from you to put the meaning and put a sentence out of these expressions, and the same for the nouns we have met in here. And as we said, there is no verbs yet in this conversation to learn. And that's it for today. Thank you so much and see you in another video. Assalamu alaikum.